Nobody's watching right now, and that's exactly when it happens. The moment that defines who you actually are. It never happens on stage. It never happens in front of an audience. It happens in the quiet, in the dark, when it's just you and a choice. And most women, they don't even realize they're being tested. But you're about to. Before we go any further, if this already hit different, go ahead and smash that subscribe button right now. Because what's coming next, it's gonna shake something loose inside you. Let's get into it. Here's what nobody tells you about character. It's not built when people are clapping for you. It's not built in your highlight reel. It's not built in the moments you screenshot and post. Character? It's built in the silence, in the private moments, in the small decisions that nobody, and I mean nobody, will ever know you made. That's the real you, not the version you perform for the world. The version that shows up when the lights go off. And life? Life is constantly running tests on you, not labeled, not obvious, not fair. These tests show up disguised as opportunities, as shortcuts, as justified anger, as a moment when nobody's watching. And in that moment, who are you? Not who you say you are, not your Instagram bio, not what you tell your girls over brunch. Who are you actually?
That's the test. And most women are failing it without even knowing first silent test and rejection. Someone doesn't choose you. Someone walks away. Maybe someone you gave everything to, and the world is waiting to see what you do next. Do you shrink? Do you beg? Do you start questioning everything about yourself, trying to fit into what they wanted?
Or do you stand? Listen, a woman who fails this test spends her whole life chasing validation, chasing people who were never meant to stay, chasing a version of love that was never real. But the woman who passes? She walks different. She carries herself with a quiet dignity that you can feel from across the room. She doesn't need to be chosen by everyone because she already chose herself. And baby, that changes everything. Second test. And this one? This one stings. Someone in your circle gets what you wanted. She rises. She wins. She achieves the dream you've been grinding toward. What happens inside you? Be honest with yourself right now. Jealousy? Resentment? That tight feeling in your chest? Or can you genuinely, deeply celebrate her?
Because here's what that test reveals: your mindset around abundance. A woman of real character knows there's enough success, enough love, enough room at the top. She sees another woman's win as proof that it's possible, proof that she's next. But a scarcity mindset? It'll make you bitter. It'll make you small. It'll make you ugly in ways that have absolutely nothing to do with your face. And everyone around you can feel it, even when they can't name it. Don't be that woman. Pass the test. Real quick, if you're still here, that tells me something about you. You're not the average woman. You're the kind of woman who actually wants to grow. So do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I drop content like this every week and you don't want to miss what's coming. Okay, let's keep going. Something is being offered to you. Something that feels good. Something you want. But deep down, you know it's not right. Maybe it's not aligned with who you're becoming. Maybe someone gets hurt. Maybe it just doesn't sit right with your values. And here's the kicker. Nobody would ever find out. What do? The woman who fails? She gets the moment of pleasure, and then the weight of knowing she betrayed herself. That weight is heavy, and it compounds. Every silent failure adds another layer. But the woman who passes that test? She looks in the mirror and she feels peace, not because anyone gave her a trophy, not because anyone saw it, but because she knows. She has proof for herself that she is exactly who she claims to be. And that proof is worth more than any temporary feeling.
You have leverage over someone. They need something from you. They're vulnerable. They made a mistake and you could use that. You could manipulate. You could control. You could make them pay. What do? This test goes deep because character is revealed in how you treat people who can't fight back. Character is what you do with power when nobody's holding you accountable. The woman who abuses that power reveals herself. Her kindness? It was never real. It was strategy. Conditional. Only there because it served her. But a woman of true character? She protects. She gives second chances. She remembers what it felt like to be powerless. And she chooses mercy. That's rare, and that's beautiful. That's The lie would be easier. The lie would protect you. Nobody would know, but you would know. And once you lie to yourself once, it gets easier. The deception compounds until one day you don't even know what you actually believe anymore. You've lost yourself in your own performance. The woman who chooses truth, even when it costs her, stays whole. No performance, no mask, no exhaustion of keeping track of what she said to who. She's just herself. And that simplicity, that's the ultimate freedom. And now, the hardest test of all. This one doesn't come from outside, it comes from in you. It's that voice. You know the one that whispers you're not enough, the one that replays every failure, the one that compares you to every woman who seems to have it more together. Pause. Do you believe it? Because the woman who believes that voice, she shrinks, she settles, she tolerates less than she deserves. She abandons her dreams because the voice convinced her she couldn't. But the woman who fights it? She doesn't fight it by making it disappear. She fights it by moving anyway. She hears it, she acknowledges it, and then she takes the step forward anyway. That is courage, not the absence of fear. Movement despite fear, not the absence of doubt. Action despite doubt. And that is what separates the woman who truly lives from the woman who just survives.
Here's what I need you to understand before we close this out. These tests don't stop. You don't graduate. There's no finish line. Life will test you until your very last breath. And that's actually good news, because it means you can always become more. Every test is not a punishment. It's an opportunity to strengthen what's already strong, an opportunity to show yourself who you're becoming. The tests you're facing right now, they're specifically designed for your growth, not someone else's, yours. So stop comparing your story. Stop thinking you got dealt the hardest hand. You got exactly what you need to become exactly who you're meant to be. Trust that, even when it hurts, even when it's confusing, even when you want to give up. Because on the other side of every silent test you pass, there's a version of you that you haven't met yet. Stronger, wiser, more grounded, a woman who walks into rooms and changes the energy without saying a single word. A woman who attracts differently because she is different, and people feel that. They can't always explain it, but they feel it. Right now, somewhere in your life, there is a silent test happening. You might already know what it is. You might be avoiding it. You might have been failing it. This is your sign to choose differently. Not because anyone's watching, not because you'll get credit, but because you deserve to know who you really are, and you only find that in the silence.
You are the builder. You are the architect. Every single day, every single choice. Build it with intention. Build it with courage. Build it in the silence, where the only witness that matters is you. If this message hit home, subscribe right now. Tap that bell. More truth is coming, and you deserve to hear every single word of it. I'll see you in the next one.